Welcome home. This is Coming Home with Mama T, and I'm your host, Tiara, aka Mama T. And on this podcast, we explore the journey of creating the life of our desires through mastering manifestation, maintaining a positive mindset, and living luxuriously. And today, I want to talk about the power of the words can and can't, because it is just so top of mind for me right now. When I think about our lives, right, and how we carry ourselves through our lives, we determine how we and what we can achieve through these words can and can't. We create boxes for ourselves, and I can't do this box, and the I can do this box. And I want to open your mind up to the fact that whatever you set your mind to, you can or cannot do. There is a proverb, a phrase, a very cliche as it may be, but can or cannot, yes, it's the answer, right? That's not quite how it's the quote goes, but you are right. You can say I can, you can say I can't, and you are right, because guess what? We find the ways to do it, whichever way we decide to say it. Okay? So with that being said, I want to share, I think about some people that I've encountered throughout my life, and there are so many stories revolved around, and especially revolved around the I can't do this. And a lot of times it's I can't do this because of this. For example, I can't become a model because I am overweight. Well, there are instances in this world nowadays that show that, in fact, people who don't look like the traditional stick figure models can, in fact, have jobs, can, in fact, get in print media, can, in fact, walk the runway. We are changing the perception. We are changing the industry. So we can. Yes? And the thought behind it is more like we can choose our experience. Yes? So, things to think about. I know for myself, in terms of working with someone as a coach, I am not going to work with you if you are an I can't person. I am not going to convince you of your capacity. Because can and can't is really just determining what your capacity is for your experience. I'm gonna let that sink in. The can and the can't is you determining your capacity for your experience. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I am willing to work with you if you say, I don't want to do this. I don't like doing this. It's not about can or can't. It's that I don't enjoy it. It doesn't feel good for me. Those are things that I can work with. Those are things that I can, help you work through or reconfigure to figure out where we can continue to go from there. But I cannot work. I will not work with someone who is in the can't mentality, because that is your choice to not. Therefore, I am not able to fix. Fix is not the right word, but I am unable to work through that with you. I am unwilling to, because that is something that you're going to have to unpack for yourself, right? The can't. Why can't you? And so I was thinking about this prior to hitting the record button, and I was like, oh man, I'm fired up. I'm ready to talk about can and can't right now. And I was like, because really anything you set your mind to, you can do. That's why we talk about having a positive mindset. And my mind was like, girl, well, you can't be in the NBA. Talk through that one. And I was like, we're not going there, but yes, we are. Because I can. I can be in the NBA if I wanted to be. How? How, you may say? You're delusional, you may say. No, it is all an interpretation, right? So while I have zero desire to be like playing some basketball with some 9'12" huge men and getting myself rocked, that's not the experience I'm looking for. I don't know, how there might be some random contest and I could win it and like play like a 30-second game or something with some NBA stars, but that's not what I'm talking about. The thought was, I can't be in the NBA. And my immediate response, and this is something that we train our minds to do when we have that positive mindset, when we have that I can do mindset, is I might not be able to do the whole joining the NBA as an actual physical player. I'm not 6'12". I'm not, I'm not athletically inclined in basketball. I might have played from 5th grade to junior year of high school, but that is where my basketball athleticism and career stopped. And I have no intention of starting it back up or training or doing anything like that. Could I, if I really wanted to, if I was passionate about it? Sure, but that's not the avenue I would want to go in. But I can join the NBA, and here are some things that came to mind. One, I was like, I could totally join as a WAG. What's a WAG? Women and girlfriends. That's what WAG stands for in that experience. I was like, yeah, I could totally see myself meeting some basketball players somewhere out in the world while I'm doing my whatever I do, getting out there, talking to people, connecting with people, networking, whatever. I could totally meet someone and we could get in a relationship. I could be a girlfriend. I could end up being a wife of an NBA star. Therefore, I am now involved in the industry, in the world of the NBA, and it is potentially bringing me income and all of that good stuff. That could potentially happen. I could also, become an agent, right? Become an agent and work with people that are playing in the NBA. I am great at sales. I am great at connections. I have zero desire to look over anybody's contracts or anything like that. So I know that that's not an avenue that I would want to go down. But I know and I believe and I trust in myself that if I wanted to put my mind towards joining the NBA, that's an avenue that I could totally choose, and I could totally jump on learning how to be an agent right here, right now, if that was something that I actually desired. I don't desire it, so I'm not going to do it, but I know I can do it, and I believe in myself enough to know that I can do it, right? Trust that I can do it. It might not be overnight, but I can trust that I can do it. The other thought that came to mind was also well, the things that you were already doing, right? You could totally be a life coach for someone who plays in the NBA. You could meet someone that's in the NBA, become their life coach, do so well as their life coach and inspiring them and improving their game and their mindset and their ability to, go all the way and do all the things, like, I don't even know, win the championships, whatever the things are, the terminology is. I could do that and then make so much of an impact that they talk about me, and next thing you know, I'm coaching for the entire team, and who knows, I could be coaching for the entire NBA. That could happen. And I am totally open to that. Yeah, I'm totally open to that. I am open to receiving that experience. However, I would totally prefer it being for the NFL because, one, NFL, more money, but two, I actually pay attention somewhat to football, way far more than I do to basketball, but that is beside the point. I also know that I live in LA, and so there are celebrities everywhere. I could potentially become a celebrity life coach. I am open to that experience. I am putting myself out there. I'm going out. I meet artists all the time, aspiring artists. All it takes is one, right? All it takes is one to have one of their songs go, like, blow up, hit the top, whatever, and they're gonna be like, Mama T, you inspired me. You hit me at a pivotal moment in my life. I want to put you on retainer. I'm putting you on retainer, and next thing you know, I'm introducing you to all these other people because you are magical, you're wonderful. I'm on Oprah. I'm mentoring and coaching celebrities across the globe, doing all the things. That is an experience I'm here for. That is something that I can do. Am I doing it right now? No. And that's okay. I'm allowing that to be okay, but I am also allowing myself to see the potential in my capacity. People are like, well, you have to be like, that would be super, super lucky. I'd be super lucky for you to just happen to meet this person or happen to do X, Y, Z, whatever. And I want to say to you that luck is also correlated to what your capacity is, right? Luck is just an opportunity that shows up for you, and it seems so serendipitous. It seems magical. It seems like a godsend. It seems like it's straight from the divine. But if we don't believe in ourselves enough to trust in the experience, trust in the opportunity, then we might miss that chance. We all have the capacity for quote unquote luck. We all have the capacity to experience the extraordinary, but we have to say, I can. That is for me. Yes, we have to believe in ourselves. We have to. A thought came to mind. For example, once upon a time, I was in Vegas with my family, and we were at the gym. And I remember looking up and seeing this man, and I was like, he looks so familiar. I can't and I was like, I think that might be Jay-Z. I think that might be Jay-Z. But I didn't trust myself and my thoughts of who that was. Right? And so I played it off. I didn't do anything. I did not approach or whatever, but it was the gym was relatively empty. He was over there doing his little lifty-to-do whatever. And I'm like, oh, I was that close. And then later on, come to find out, Jay-Z and Beyonce were at said hotel, and I missed my opportunity. Why? Because I didn't trust, right? At the time I was probably 15, right? I was a kid. I was kid enough that people would have been like, oh, she's cute and unassuming. Let's let her get an autograph or a picture or whatever you did back in, I don't know, 2002, whatever it was, whatever year it was. It could have happened, probably 2005, but it could have been an opportunity. And that's what I'm talking about, a missed opportunity. Right then, right there, I could have met them. I could have been I don't know, sang, and then they'd have been like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. And I could have been a child star, and I missed my opportunity, if you will. I'm okay with that. I'm not bitter or anything. But that is the experience, right? That is the opportunity that we can create for ourselves if we choose to trust in ourselves, our intuition, our knowledge, our talents, our experience. What magic can happen to, through, and for us in this lifetime. I feel called to talk about, for example, I was chatting with someone earlier, and we were talking about cooking and getting ready for the holidays and making food. And they were talking about, and they were like, oh, you know what? I always forget something. I make a list, I go to the store, and I always forget one or two ingredients. It always happens. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, I would say that never happens to me, I make my list, I look through my refrigerator, I look through my cabinets, make sure that I have it. If anything, I end up buying something I didn't need to buy because I thought I didn't have it, and then I found it in the back of the cabinet. That is not my experience. That is not my story. And they were like, well, I don't know, it always happens to me. And I was like, well, do you always say that this always happens to you? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard you say this time and time again. So maybe you change your rhetoric. Maybe you change your experience. And they were like, all right, fine. I test you this year. I'm not going to forget anything. And I was like, good. I'm not going to forget anything, right? I always find everything that I need, everything that I want, everything that I need, do, have, want, whatever the words are, right? I always get what I want and what I need. I'm always ready, prepared. And even if, let's say, I forget sour cream. I forget some sour cream or whatever. Well, guess what? I could probably add some lemon to some mayonnaise or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what the exact substitution is, but we got Google. And guess what? Google will tell you how to substitute something. I think it's buttermilk. You put lemon in buttermilk and then you can create sour cream or I think lemon and regular milk to create buttermilk, whatever it is that you need, right? There's always an opportunity to switch things up. And even if I said, we're not going to forget anything this year, we've got it, it's all good. Even if I said that and somehow, some way, something happens, maybe we can see it as an opportunity, right? This is an opportunity to say, reach out to someone maybe and be like, hey, I like to do it all on my own. I like to make sure that I get all this stuff done. I like to make sure and not rely on other people. I need to do this, that, and the other. But what if I don't? What if I realize I did forget the thing, and then I think about who is going to be on their way and they're going to be able to grab it on their way, and it's not that big of a deal of a thing and whatever, and I'll pay them back for it if it's that necessary or whatever. But then I get to realize that people have my back. Yeah. I think sometimes we get so caught up in what other people are thinking about the can and the can'ts of ourselves that we don't allow ourselves to truly enjoy. Yeah? What if we let go of somebody else's experience? What if we let go of somebody else's expectation? What if we let go of how somebody else is going to try to embarrass us or make fun of us or whatever for us believing in ourselves? Right? I think the biggest thing that really holds us back is allowing other people's bull to get in our heads, get into our minds, because their capacity is not your capacity, okay? Their belief in you is not your belief in you unless you choose it to be. So what are you going to choose for yourself? Are you going to choose that you can live an extraordinary life? Are you going to choose that you can find and get everything that you need and want for your holiday experience or your life experience? Can you choose yourself? I know I can. Can you choose to be a part of the community, the journey of creating an extraordinary life? I know I can. And I'm really excited for this growth and this expansion and where we're going to go throughout the course of 2024 and how magical the experience is and going to continue to be the more we cultivate for it. So I am looking forward to how the home membership is going to grow and expand for us as we connect, as we thrive together, as we learn together. I know for 2024, I'm going for health, wealth, and love. I am cultivating more health, wealth, and love. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am loved. I have deep love in my life, both as friends, family, and as in romance. Okay. I am here for it all. I am experiencing it all. And I'm excited for the continued expansion of it all and coming to fruition for my life because I am choosing it. I have faith in it, and I have trust in the energies around me to support me in that experience. And I'm inviting you to join me on this journey, whether you want to create more health, wealth, love in your life, or you want to create something completely different. That is the journey of the home membership. We are coming home to ourselves. We are understanding what it is that we desire to experience in our lives, letting everything else fall away. We are talking about it. We are discussing it in group sessions. We are posting about it and holding ourselves accountable, sharing our experiences, sharing the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, the gratitudes. We are cultivating new thought processes and prompts and journal prompting and all sorts of goodness. So I highly recommend that you take a look and join us in this journey. If you have questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I can share with you my thoughts on how it can help you and if it is a good experience for you and if you're ready for the dive. I also invite you, if you're like, okay, like the community sounds fun, the community is great, but like I'm not a community person. I would rather just like get deep down, nitty gritty into developing what it is that I want for myself in my life. I really just want to focus in on me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. I like that I said Beyonce earlier and did not plan for that Beyonce moment later. But I want to tell you, you don't have to have just me, myself, and I on this journey. You have so much support energetically and physically. I'm here. I got your back, my friend. Feel free to reach out. Let's talk about one-on-one Mama T energy, how we can work together one-on-one, putting it out there, right? Like I'm like, dude, let's get on retainer. Yeah. Right? let's get Oprah Winfrey asking me to be her life coach. Let's get, I don't know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce asking me to be their like couples coach. Like, let's get there. Let's do it. Let's cultivate it. Yeah. Let's have you work on you with me. Let's do it. And if you're not ready, that's totally okay. We're still here. Coming Home with Mama T shows up every Monday and Thursday across multiple platforms. Most like highly exalted is Spotify and YouTube. So we are here. We got you. Subscribe and listen for free. And I would just ask that you hit likes, leave some comments, leave some, as an energy exchange, as a way to help boost me in the algorithm. It only takes a little bit of your time, right? Like, share, subscribe, send a comment, send a review, all that goodness. Give me 5 stars, whatever you can do to help get this word out to the world, because I am here to inspire the world. Anybody and everybody that has access to watching or listening to a podcast or YouTube, I want them to know who I am, and I want them to have the opportunity to listen to these words, because I know that the messages I bring to the world is here to change it. We are changing the world by leaving fear behind and believing in ourselves and trusting in ourselves and getting after what it is that we desire to experience in this life, so that we can live happy and fulfilling lives, so we can be joy to this world. Perfect timing. Joy to the world. We can be the joy to this world. And when we are joy to this world, we raise the entire world's vibration, right? We become better people. We create better people when we procreate, right? We make this world a more happy, loving, understanding space, right? We depend on one another. We love on one another. We support one another. Litigations change, the laws change, community changes. It goes from like focusing on like 1%ers to the 100%ers, right? We change the world. This isn't just about the fluff and the luxury and the fun for, a few individuals. This is about the world and rising us all up as the collective. And I'm super excited to watch this world grow and change as the mentalities of the world shift. And I know I'm not the only person out there. It's great to be the world leader, but you know what? There's space for everybody. So I invite you to share your story as well. Whether you want to come here on Coming Home with Mama T and be a guest with me, or start your own podcast, or start your own creative outlet to share your story and share your inspiration. We can do this together. So I invite you. I invite you home. Subscribe, listen, share. I invite you to join the home membership. I invite you to chat with me about working with me one-on-one with Mama T Energy. I invite you to come on here and share your story of living an extraordinary life. And with that, I say ta-ta for now. Bye.